Who's taking the title in Rome?
Carlos Alcaraz, clay court king in the making?
Or Yannick Sinner, back after a 3-month break?
Could it be one of this season's rising stars, Jack Draper or Lorenzo Musetti?
We'll find out soon enough, but me, I'm going with Zverev.
I absolutely love the Masters in Rome. It's one of my all-time favorite tournaments on tour. The courts, the crowd, the clay, the atmosphere, the city, everything about it is just magical. And don't forget, it's the final stop before Roland Garros, the perfect test of strength before the Grand Slam.
Definitely one of the most iconic clay events of the season. Let's take a look at what makes these courts special, how the ball moves, and what kind of challenges the players face here. It's one of the slowest clay courts on the tour. I'd even say it plays slower than Roland Garros. It's a serious test of endurance, technique, and decision-making in unpredictable conditions. The courts are outdoors, and the weather can be all over the place. Rain delays? Very likely. Humidity and temperature also affect the speed and bounce of the game, but we'll talk more about that later.
Bounce, high and heavy, typical for clay.
So, get ready for long rallies and pure tennis. Many believe clay is where you truly see the beauty of the game. It also reveals the real form of the players. Whether you're a clay court specialist or more of a hard court guy, clay shows your true level. Footwork here is everything. You have to slide well, stay active. You can't switch your legs off for a second. Flat shots won't cut it. You need solid topspin. High bounce favors topspin.
Let's take a quick look at the past champions in Rome. Rafael Nadal and Novak Djokovic both claimed the title 3 times. Andy Murray took it once.
But we're mostly interested in the current field. Alexander Zverev has already won here twice. Clearly, the Rome clay suits him well. He's a versatile player, strong on both hard and clay courts. He had an early exit in Madrid, so what can we expect from him in Rome?
Daniil Medvedev, as we know, isn't exactly a fan of clay. And yet, in 2023, he shocked everyone by winning the Rome Masters. That was unexpected, especially considering how slow the surface is. Not the kind of conditions Daniil usually thrives in.
His 2025 season didn't start off strong, but maybe Rome is where he'll start turning things around. Still, he's not exactly among the top favorites this year.
So we've got 6 main contenders for the title. Let's see how well they actually perform on clay.
Carlos Alcaraz has an 83% win rate on clay. He's the top favorite, a Roland Garros champion, a young superstar, and always hungry for more. He skipped Madrid due to injury, but hopefully he'll bring the fire here in Rome, especially if he meets another crowd favorite, Yannick Sinner. Sinner's more of a hard court specialist, but his clay game is getting stronger. At last year's Roland Garros, he went deep in the draw, but lost a tough one to Alcaraz.
Casper Ruud just won the Madrid Masters. Can he keep the streak going? Let's not forget, though, neither Alcaraz nor Sinner played in that event.
Jack Draper has made a huge leap this year, especially on clay. He was runner-up in Madrid, frustrated by the loss and eager to claim a clay title this time. But the competition is brutal. Surprisingly, Lorenzo Musetti isn't listed among the top favorites, even though he's fantastic on clay and more than capable of making a deep run.
Holger Rune recently won the clay title in Barcelona. He's also one to watch. Everyone's been waiting for his big breakthrough.
And of course, Alexander Zverev. World number 2, a 2-time Rome champion with a 73% win rate on clay. Let's see who he might face on his road to the final. Let's take a look at the clay court win stats from 2024 and early 2025, including some dark horses like Stefanos Tsitsipas and Alex de Minaur. Tsitsipas has been in a bit of a slump lately, but things might turn around soon. Goran Ivanisevic is set to join his coaching team. For now, though, he's still competing without him. Alex usually goes deep in clay tournaments, but somehow he always comes up just short of the title.
What really surprised me is that Jannik actually has a higher win percentage than Carlos here.
That's because he's played fewer matches. In fact, Rome is his first clay tournament of the season this year.
Now we're finally moving on to the tournament draw. Some of the first round matches have already been played, so we'll focus only on what's current. Let's take a look at the first quarter. We definitely need to watch Jannik's first match after his long break. In his interview, he said he doesn't have big expectations for this tournament. He just wants to check his form before the next Grand Slam. Honestly, I think it would have been easier for him to return on hard courts. Casper is in this quarter too, and so is Matteo Berrettini, who's been playing beautifully on clay. I also think Francisco will go far. He's finally found his rhythm this season.
All right, quarterfinal prediction? Sinner versus Ruud. Sure, the first instinct might be that Jannik takes this easily, but I wouldn't rush to that conclusion. So much depends on his current form, and we haven't seen him on clay at all this year. It's very possible he won't even make it to the quarterfinals.
The second quarter? Oh, this one's going to be unpredictable. It'll be really interesting to see if Rublev can handle Fonseca, the young rising star who already beat him once. Honestly, Rublev could exit the tournament early. That would be disappointing for his fans. I have to say, my personal favorite in this quarter is Jakub Mensik. I think he's incredibly talented and already making deep runs in tournaments. He showed real promise last year, and Rome could be a great opportunity for him to go even further. Hubert Hurkacz hasn't been doing great lately, but with his strong serve and all those aces, he could still be dangerous on this court. In this quarter, Taylor and Alex are the highest-ranked seeds.
Yeah, and of course Taylor and Alex are seen as the main quarterfinal favorites here. But I agree with you. Rankings alone rarely predict everything. I think Jakub could absolutely shake things up and end up changing the expected quarterfinal lineup.
Oh, what an exciting quarter. Carlos, Jack, Holger. Draper's got Dartery in the opening round, and Rooney plays against Komsanya. Let's not forget about Alex Michelsen. He made a record-breaking jump in the rankings last year. Karen Khachanov should make it through the early rounds in Rome, but then he'll likely run into Alcaraz. Karen's still coming back from a series of injuries, but we remember his deep Grand Slam runs. Grigor Dimitrov will try to make a push on clay, though hard courts are definitely more his surface. So yes, we're hoping for a blockbuster quarterfinal.
Alcaraz versus Draper would be one to watch. Two technical, versatile players. And I don't think Jack's going to give up easily. If it happens, we're hoping for 3 sets of high-level tennis. But let's not forget Draper still has to go through Holger. No matter how it plays out, this section of the draw promises at least 2 top-quality matches. Holger definitely has the game to get past Draper.
The fourth section? I'd call it in one word: emotions. Honestly, I'm hoping for a lot of funny tennis moments and meme-worthy drama. And I really want to see Stefanos do well here. He's gone deep in Rome before, and clay is definitely his surface. So I'm hoping for a bit of a renaissance in his game. As for Lorenzo Musetti, he's got everything it takes to make a real run. Will he save his energy for the slam or go all in right here in Rome? We'll find out soon. And Daniil Medvedev, since his big win here in 2023, he hasn't picked up another title. Maybe this is the tournament where he finally breaks that streak. Alexander Zverev has a lot of points to defend in Rome, so expect plenty of eyes on his matches.
My quarterfinal prediction: Lorenzo Musetti versus Alexander Zverev. And honestly, I think that one could really happen. It's hard to call who would win that battle. Lorenzo is a momentum player. He knows how to flip the script, come to the net, move the ball, and work the court with his feet. Zverev, on the other hand, sometimes he just checks out mentally mid-match. But when he's locked in, he's capable of epic comebacks. So if it's his day, expect fireworks.
That's it from us for today. We'll be back for the quarterfinals to check if our predictions came true and dive deeper into the stats to see what we can expect from the next rounds. Thanks for tuning in.
Drop your own predictions in the comments. Quarterfinals, finals, whatever you've got.
And don't forget to subscribe to Ace Point Tennis if you're into tennis, stats, and analysis. See you soon.